Good morning, students. In today's class, we'll discuss the different aspects of optical fiber depending upon the refractive indices. So in the last class, we have seen that what is the meaning of optical fiber and how this optical fiber is uh, divided into different categories, and also depending upon the angle of acceptance, how the light enters into the core of the optical fiber. We have seen with an expression that is acceptance angle and numerical aperture. We come to the conclusion that the acceptance angle and the numerical aperture are correlated with each other by means of the mathematical relation. In today's class, we'll discuss about the different optical fibers and how these optical fibers are important for the various applications which are not only occurring in our daily life but also in the different aspect. Now we just see this. We start our today's topic with the what you can say, the optical fiber. Different. What is actually the meaning of optical fiber? Right. So what is optical fiber, or we just say that fiber optic? So we just have a very quick revision of what we completed in the last few classes. Right. Optical fiber or fiber optic refers to the medium and the technology which is associated with the transmission of the signal in the form of the pulses. We just say that is called optical fiber. Now optical fiber, how this optical fiber is more in what you can say advantageous when compared with the normal conventional copper wire. We have seen that actually how this is differing with the regular conventional copper wire, how this optical fiber is been varied, right, when compared with the normal copper wire which is used for telecommunication and another communication system in previous era. Now in this particular thing, in the optical fiber, what is the basic advantage and what are the different classification of the optical fiber depending upon the refractive index profile. Now, what is actually fiber optic system? We should have a very quick look on understanding the fiber optic system. Any communication system that uses a light as a carrier of the information, right, as an information signal from one end to the another, and should be guided by a cable, and that cable is nothing but we say that is called a fiber cable. And this fiber cable is maybe, it may be glass or plastic and so on. This fiber cable is maybe made up of glass or plastic and so on. Right. Now this is what actually fiber optic cable is. It is this particular combination, we say, we tell that this combination is nothing but a fiber optic system. Now the information which is carried in a normal communication system is actually proportional to the bandwidth of the given communication system. So what is actually the bandwidth, right? Which, what is actually the meaning of bandwidth? A range of frequencies will be passing through a particular region, right? We just say that is called a bandwidth. So the bandwidth, if the bandwidth is wider, then the large amount of information will be carried. Now, this is actually what will happen to a communication system and how this fiber optic system is used for any communication system we are discussing, right? So for a very high information, and we require less loss in the signal, right? Definitely, whenever we are transferring any signal from one end to the another end, definitely there will be loss in signal. That loss in signal in the communication language, we said, we tell that that is actually the meaning of attenuation. That itself says that in a communication language, the loss in signal is attenuation. Now you can find that the fibers are finding very wide applications, right, in not only the LAN, sensors, computer networks, telecommunication, in sensors also, right? This is the era of sensors, right? So in sensors also will take make use of this optical fiber and also the optical fiber communication system. So when you see this normal coaxial cable or metallic cable, how this look like structure, the schematical structure, we can just see this schematical structure of the previous right for previous era in the previous year, lots of the previous years, there is a cable, normal cable was used for any communication system. That is a schematic diagram. You can just see this is a schematic diagram where the normal cable, how the normal cable look like, and what is the basic structure of the fiber optic. You can just see that we'll have a core, that is a glass fiber. You can just see this is I'm talking about this as core glass. This is actually glass fiber, and there is a coating here. This is center strength membranes, and this is the outer jacket, and you'll have this type of different parameters which are involved in a fiber optic communication cable, fiber optic cable, which is used in the communication system. Now what is this use of this different you can just see this this is the bandwidth which is available for a given glass single glass fiber is of 100 gigahertz, right? You can just see that it is 100 gigahertz. So the bandwidth is very large, irrespective of the information, that either the information is in the form of the voice or data or uh, and so on, right? Video or combination of audio and video. So now this is the bandwidth. So now as we just see this the different what you can say the when it is compared with the normal coaxial cable, how this coaxial cable is somewhat different with respect to the fiber optic cable. So fiber optic system linkages will have, which is have a resistance to the crosstalk. And previously, we in the era of the telephone, right, particularly in terms of mobile phone or landline, we might have some different crosstalks between the cable. Crosstalk means we will hear some third party disturbances, right, in the phone. So that is called actually crosstalk between the. Now how this crosstalk is possible? Now this is actually possible by the magnetic induction which is taking place in the normal metallic cable, right? So this is also known as electromagnetic coupling. So here when we compare with the metal cable, it is a lighter weight and a smaller size, right? And the reduction of the size, definitely there will be reduction of the head of the uh, cost also, right? So what is actually the fiber optic consisting of? So you can just see the silicon, we'll use silicon dioxide, silica is used, right, to make the fiber optic cable. And we are aware that the silicon or silicon dioxide and silica is abundant in the surface of the earth, which is due to which it will be a low cost, and it will be very much secure, right, when compared with the metallic cable. Now and safety also, and corrosion also, this is all the important differences between a normal cable and the fiber optic cable. And what is the lifespan? You can just see that 20 to 30 years is predicted for the fiber optic cable. When compared with the conventional cable, it is 12 to 15 years. Now this is definitely a large differences, right? Now when we just see this optical fiber, uh, see, when we just see this optical fiber very clearly, now we'll understand the greater to the greater instant, what is actually the meaning of the optical fiber, right? We just start uh, see, we'll just try to uh, right. Okay. Now we just will here we'll try to undergo what is the basic difference between the optical fiber and coaxial cable. Just now we have gone for it. Now you can just see this fiber optic construction, how this fiber optic cable is looking like, and what is the aspect which are there. See, you can have a core. See, actually our signal will travel inside this core, right? We are very much concerned about this core, and very near to this core, you will have a cladding, a coating surface would be there, and definitely this is the buffering part and cable jacket you'll find in the optical fiber construction. Now, depending upon the different configuration, the cable is consisting of core, cladding, and protective tube, and so on. Now, this you are having the information, right? So, what is the basic principle on which this optical fiber is working? We'll just see, right? That is total internal reflection. Now, we are aware that what is actually the meaning of total internal reflection. Now, when we just see this based upon the material, the optical fiber has been classified into either it may be plastic core or with plastic cladding. So I just now I told you that the optical fiber may be made up of glass and plastic. So if it is depending upon the material, it will be having this type of specifications. You can just see these are three different specifications which are available in the optical fiber: a core with a plastic core with a plastic cladding, plastic core with a glass cladding, and glass core with a glass cladding. And when we just move forward, and now depending upon the transmission of the signal, the mode of transmission or the path, how the signal will be transferred from one end to the another, what is the path which is followed by the light signal when it is traveling from one end to the another end. So we just call that path is mode, right? So that is divided into single mode optical fiber and multi-mode optical fiber. And when we talk about the character of the light, since we are talking about light signal, so what is the character of the light? So then we need to understand refractive index. So what is refractive index? We are aware that refractive index is nothing but the velocity of light in the vacuum to the ratio of the velocity of light in the given medium. We just say that is called the index profile. So we just say that is called index profile, and depending upon that index, it has been classified into step index optical fiber and graded index optical fiber. When we just say when we see that based upon the different material, how this optical fiber has been classified into different categories. Now, this type of cable, you will find that if you use the plastic core and with the plastic cladding, so it is of how this is varied with respect to the cost and all. That is less expensive, mostly used for the short distances. The optical fiber will be very easy to produce because of its less cost, right? You can just see this schematical view, how this optical fiber look like, right? This is what actually happening. So glass core with the glass cladding, this is the shape. This is for your own information. Now our actual based upon the transmission, it is a single mode optical fiber. We'll have one path of light which is passing through the single mode. Single mode is nothing but a light ray. Only one signal will be passing through the optical fiber axis, right? You can just see the line segment with this shows this is a light signal is traveling through the fiber of, we can just say, and the bandwidth through which the light signal is traveling, it is of 40 gigahertz, right? Mostly it is used for long distances. The single mode optical fiber will use for long distances and low cost circuits like TV cables. So for TV communication system, we'll use the single mode optical fiber. Now, as we move to the multi-mode, so here the light signal will be not only a single signal transfer of the information, but also will have two different paths, right? More than one, right? It may be two or three and so on. So we just that is called multi-mode transmission of the signal depending upon the refractive index. So as we take that, the light takes more than one path to travel. The core is having a diameter of 20 to 100 micrometer, which is used for medium distances and high bandwidth. So here you can just see the step index profile. We can just have this step index. You can just see the step index have a uniform refractive index of the core. Now, when I talk about the refractive index, see, when I talk about a refractive index, so the refractive index of the light, it shows the character of the light. So that is the reason that we say here index profile. So depending upon the refractive index, what the step index will optical fiber will have a uniform refractive index, and the core diameter, see, core have that bigger diameter when compared with the cladding. Now you can just see this is the shape of the, what you can say, it is a step, right? It is a shape of a step. So that is called, we call it as step index optical fiber. Now graded index, you can just see that the gradient index optical fiber is non-uniform, and the refractive index of the here the refractive index will be, you can just see this is shape of this, right? In previously it is in the shape of a step here. Now you can just see this is the step, it has the shape has been changed, and the refractive index will be higher at one a particular end. Here the refractive index will be higher, and at a particular, as it is moving towards the destination, the refractive index will be variation. Now when we just go for different application purpose, so these depending upon in the communication system, for Wi-Fi routers we'll use this optical fiber. You can just see this is schematical diagram which shows you that the use it will be used in the different communication system. So landline phone and server connectors, for communication system you'll use this optical fiber. And for military purpose, you can just see optical fiber is used to make military equipment and weapons. It is also used to make antenna to communicate in different areas. You can just see this. This is the usage of optical fiber. You can just see this. Some here the man is right joining this, right. This is your optical fiber. Is using this optical fiber for bombarding the. You can say to the what you can say, it is connected to the antenna through which the weapons have been used to bombard to the enemy area. So it is also used to make antenna to communicate the far one. So now we can just see this sensors. I just now I told you the different sensors. This is the era of sensors. So most of the sensors are made up of the optical fiber. So uh, optical is used to make detectors, that is called metal detectors. You can just see the when you go for any right shopping mall and so on, the doors will open by themselves, and there will be a sensors to detect any you'll find that some security person will be there, and he will just check you, right, uh, physically by means of a instrument which is will be there. Now that is actually a sensor which will detect any unusual a metal component will be there. If it is there inside your pockets, so you will be asked for the explanation for it, right? So the different application, optical fiber is used to make lamps, decorative applications, right? Many medical devices. You can just when you just visit an any medical hospital, and particularly when you just see the ICUs, these are the equipments you'll find, right? Different equipment which is here you can just see this is showing the oxygen pulse rate and so on. That is actually we'll use the optical fiber for that electronic for that equipment, right? So many medical devices are made for the medical equipment. So now this is the end of what actually the optical fiber depending upon the what you can say optical fiber index profile, it has been classified. The other part that we are lagging here, the losses in the optical fiber. So here the losses in the optical fiber is uh, I'm leaving this part to you. Why? Because what is actually the loss of signal, right? So loss of signal will be catered by means of bending of the optical fiber or scattering of the light, right? For that is called bending losses, scattering losses, and absorption. So some of the light signal will be observed, right? This part you can just study, and then you can same thing you can just understand what is actually what are the losses which are caused in the optical fiber. And the part of the double crucible method, I will show you the video regarding the double. So how this actually, see, we are talking about um, from starting class we are just talking about optical fiber. So optical fiber, that is called fiber drawing process. In the fiber drawing process is nothing but manufacturing of optical fiber. How this optical fiber is manufactured or produced, right? So that is called double crucible method. So I will show you the video regarding this. So in order to understand, make you understand very clearly, see now we just go for a different diagram here. See, we need to go that. See, we need to go for right now. We just see this. What we can just go for the problem, right? So what are the problem that will be asked in the examination? So what type of problem will be asked in the examination? So we just see the problem which is related with the acceptance angle. Mostly in the examination, he will give you the acceptance angle problem, right? So we'll just see one or two different, what you can say, uh, problems related to the optical fiber, right? So we'll just see here. We just start our today's one. So see, we'll go for some calculation of the. See, I've given you the notes also. So here you can just see this. Calculate. The examination will ask you. See, calculate the numerical aperture, the numerical aperture, calculate the numerical aperture and acceptance angle, will ask you calculate the numerical aperture and the acceptance angle, right, of the optical fiber, of the angle of the optical fiber, optical fiber of the optical fiber having core refractive index, having core refractive index, core refractive index, core refractive index as 1.50 and cladding refractive index and cladding refractive index as 1.45, right? So this type of question he may ask you in the examination. So how you are going to write this, right? So how we are going to calculate this, right? So what is how we can calculate the formula here? See, first of all, what will be the solution? What is given, right? So first of all, he has given you the value of core. Core is denoted by N1. N1 value is 1.50, and here you'll find that N2 is equal to 1.45. So we need to first of all calculate numerical aperture. So you are aware that numerical aperture is given by the formula. See, numerical aperture is to be calculated and the acceptance angle is to be calculated. Acceptance angle is to be calculated. What is acceptance angle? So how you need to calculate this? Numerical aperture is given by root of n1 square minus n2 square. So what is n1 square? We can just calculate this. Na is equal to root of 1.50 square minus 1.45 square. You'll get the right. You'll get the answer, right? Now, what is the acceptance angle? Numerical aperture we got, right? What is the acceptance angle? You are aware that whatever the answer you'll get, acceptance angle can be calculated. That is, acceptance angle is given by theta is equal to sine inverse of Na. Na, right? Whatever the Na you will get here, right? That you just substitute here, you'll get the answer. Right? Now, see, this is a very simple questions he will ask you in the examination. This type of simple questions he will ask you in the examination. Now, depending upon this, various questions will be asked in the examination, right? So with this, I think that you can just do it by yourself, the different problems. I take a leave for today's class. We have just completed our all units. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your patience.